You've probably said it 100 times before, you're beautiful. It feels like the right thing to say, polite, affirming, appreciative. But here's the truth most people never stop to question. It's empty, not because beauty doesn't matter, but because those 3 words have lost their impact. They've become background noise in a woman's daily life. Safe, predictable, emotionally weightless, and they don't move her. And if you stay with me till the end, you'll understand why this changes everything. Desire isn't born in the obvious. It's born in the unspoken, the unexpected, the psychologically charged spaces between words. The moments that slip past logic and land under her skin. When a man tells a woman you're beautiful, he's often unconsciously placing her on a pedestal, hoping to be rewarded for noticing what countless others already have. She knows she's beautiful. She's been told for years. What she craves is not repetition, but recognition. A man who notices what others overlook. Desire begins the moment she senses you're present enough to witness something real. Not her appearance, but her contradictions. Her emotional rhythm. Her unpredictability. Her energy. That's where arousal lives. Not in praise, but in perception. So what do you say instead? You speak to what isn't advertised. The part she doesn't put on display. You might say the way you talk about things you care about makes everything else disappear for a second. Or I noticed how you pause before you laugh, like you're holding something back, and it's strangely magnetic. Now you're not speaking to her face or body. You're speaking to her inner world, and most men never even look there. This does something powerful. It interrupts her pattern, not manipulatively, but memorably. You've stepped out of the crowd and into the space of someone who actually sees her. And in that moment, she's not just flattered. She's pulled in because something dormant has been activated. The part of her that longs to be known, explored, unraveled. Let's go deeper. Surface compliments often come from the belief that your value depends on recognizing hers, that attention is currency. But grounded masculine presence doesn't negotiate. It reveals. It doesn't speak to impress, but to reflect. Desire lives in imagination, not certainty in curiosity, not praise in presence, not performance. So next time you're with a woman, resist filling silence with approval. Let her speak. Observe not just words, but tone, rhythm, micro-pauses. Then speak from awareness. There's something about the way you hesitate before answering. It tells me there's depth you don't rush to show. That single sentence creates more arousal than endless admiration because it requires attention. And real attention is rare. It's not that saying you're beautiful is wrong. It's that it's insufficient, surface level, lazy. And on some level she knows it. She wants to be felt, not just seen. Engaged as a mystery, not displayed as a prize. A force, not a feature. So change the script. Step out of autopilot, speak to what's hidden. Tune into what's subtle, sacred, and unsaid. That's when desire builds, that's when she leans in, imagining what it would feel like to be fully met by someone who understands her inner language. Because it's never just the words, it's your focused, fearless attention behind them. Desire for many women is layered. Emotional, psychological, existential. It's not about appearance, but how she feels about herself in your presence. If you enter interactions trying to charm or seduce, you've already missed the point. Connection is the key, and connection comes from emotional courage. This is where many get it wrong, thinking attraction is dominance or performance. But true arousal comes from depth, from the energy that says, I'm here and I'm not afraid of who you are beneath the surface. Not rushing to prove worth, but calmly holding space. Language matters. Compare you look amazing in that dress to there's something about how your energy fills a room when you're comfortable. One seeks approval. The other reflects truth. Precision is seductive because what many don't realize is women aren't craving validation. They're craving relevance, to matter to you as a presence, not an object. When you reflect that you've been listening, you activate her imagination. And that's where desire begins. This isn't therapy or heaviness. It's attunement. Insight creates intimacy. But this can't be faked. It requires inner work, emotional grounding, self-awareness. The safer you are with yourself, the safer she feels opening. Desire flows where emotional resonance meets calm containment. She wants to feel felt, not targeted, not pursued, but genuinely witnessed. And that makes you unforgettable. Curiosity sustains attraction. Discovery keeps desire alive. She doesn't want to be solved, but explored moment by moment. And if this sounds like work, it is. But it's the work that separates forgettable from unforgettable. So remember this, awaken desire by speaking to what's beneath. The emotions she hides, the thoughts she guards. Touch that space with presence and everything changes. Praise without presence is noise. Grounded energy is what pulls her in. Stop negotiating with compliments. Start embodying stillness, patience, depth. When you no longer need anything from her, she feels safe moving toward you. That's containment. That's magnetism. Let observation replace performance. Let being replace trying. Because when she feels your presence fully, not rushed, not needy, not distracted, something shifts inside her. And that's where real desire begins and lingers long after the moment ends.